What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Noisy News Week for the week of November 7th, 2025. Here's where I share some notable news posted to noisypixel.net this past week. Before we jump in, I want to say that our PAX West 2025 Day 1 video is live right now. It's like 45 minutes long. Please, just go watch it. Let it go play while you're doing your work or hanging out with your friends. I'm sure you'll learn a lot about the game industry, developers, and how we approach talking to some of these teams and how these events go. So please take a look at that video. It's live now. And also, our digital magazine is up on Patreon right now, which is totally free to read. So please just go subscribe for the free tier or donate if you want. But regardless, if you're Patreon, you get this monthly digital magazine for free, and it has our interviews, some features, letters that we write, top lists, and that's only going to get bigger. So please, we need that little number on our Patreon to grow. Free or paid, doesn't matter. We just need to get that number up. It'll help us a lot when trying to get access to some of this stuff and grow this channel. So please subscribe. And also, Unqualified Game Chat is our weekly podcast, which is posted to our Patreon. So if you are a Patreon, you will get that a week early than all the other guys on this YouTube channel. But that's it. Enough of the cleanup. This week we have a couple new updates for you, including Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 being delayed again, Square Enix cutting jobs in the West, and Mass Effect fans finally getting an update. So let's jump into it. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed yet again. Rockstar now plans to release the game on November 19th, 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series, and maybe PC? We don't know yet. This follows the earlier shifts from fall 2025 to May 2026. Yes, maybe we'll have the PS6 by then, but who knows? I digress. The studio shared a letter to players saying that the delays has allowed them more time for polish. The game is actually set in Leonida, a Florida-inspired state featuring a modern-day Vice City. It's expected to be Rockstar's biggest open-world project to date. Reactions to the news have been mixed. Some fans are frustrated after waiting years for this release, while others say that they'd rather Rockstar take the time that they needed to finish it properly. Either way, the wait continues. Moving on. Konami and Cygames have finally settled their long-running legal dispute over Umamusume Pretty Derby. The companies have announced that they have resolved the issue, ending a 2-year patent battle that started back in 2023. Konami had accused Cygames of infringing on 18 patents related to the game's systems, asking for about 4 billion yen in damages. Cygames pushed back, saying that no infringement occurred, and they also filed for invalidation trials. Now, both sides say that they've come to an agreement, though details of the settlement remain confidential. Cygames said that the goal was to keep players enjoying Umamusume long-term, while both companies expressed mutual respect in their statements. It's kind of a rare peaceful ending for a high-profile gaming lawsuit, and fans seem to be relieved that the mobile game isn't going anywhere. Next up, EA and BioWare has reaffirmed their commitment to the next Mass Effect game during this year's N7 Day. Franchise director Mike Gamble said in a new blog post that development is ongoing and that both EA and BioWare remain dedicated to continuing the series. The update came after EA's recent $55 billion deal to go private, which had some fans questioning the future of some of its studios. Gamble made it clear that the team is fully focused on Mass Effect right now. He also confirmed one returning feature that fans really care about in this series. And yes, that's romance. So you'll still be able to date your favorite alien crewmates whenever you want. There's no release window or major reveal at this time, but BioWare did tease a few hidden messages in the blog. The studio also mentioned tie-in celebrations like crossover items in Apex Legends and in that one really crazy game, Skate. For now, though, the next Mass Effect remains in development with more updates to come when it's ready. And that's it for the headlines. Let's take it to the news. Square Enix announced another round of layoffs this week, affecting its US and European teams. Company president Takashi Kiryu called the move part of a fundamental restructuring of its overseas operations. Staffs were reportedly informed in a company-wide meeting that happened on November 6th. The restructuring aims to make the publisher's international business more streamlined and cost-efficient. Reports suggest that roughly 140 employees in the London office are at risk, with roles impacting across publishing, sales, QA, marketing, and IT. Square Enix says it's targeting about 3 billion yen, which is around $19.6 million US in annual savings after this move. This is the second year in a row that the company has reduced staff in its Western division. It also confirmed plans to shift much of its QA and debugging work to generative AI within 2 years, signaling more changes ahead. Noisy Pixel will keep following this as it develops, but our hearts go out to those who are looking for jobs. You are all amazing, and I wish you good luck. Odd Chronicles, a tactical roguelike RPG from Team Mojo Games, is coming to PC via Steam and Epic Games in 2026. A console version is also planned for PS5, Switch, and Xbox Series. The game mixes dice-based mechanics with grid combat. You play as Irvin, a fallen royal bodyguard caught in a looping story driven by chance and decision. Each run takes place from a tavern that acts as your base, where you can upgrade skills, recruit aliens, and unlock new abilities. Battles happen on a small diorama-style map with elevation and positioning that matter. Dice rolls determine available actions, with wild dice adding some unpredictability. The art has a tabletop look, and the developers say that the story branches across multiple runs, giving it a high replay value. A new trailer is out now, and I'm sure it's been playing right here the whole time, so please tell me what you think in the comments below. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is heading to PS5, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox Series on November 21st, 2025. Alongside that launch, Bandai Namco, Koei Tecmo, and Omega Force are rolling out the game's 7th DLC, the Future Island Egghead Pack. Yes, Pirate Warriors 4 is still getting DLC. That's pretty cool. The pack actually adds Rob Lucci as Snake and Jewelry Bonnie as playable characters, each with extra outfits. DLC 8, which is called the Special Selection Pack, is planned for early 2026. Just a heads up too, Pirate Warriors 4 originally released in 2020 and has sold over 4 million copies worldwide, which is great to see the publisher still paying attention to it. Odin Cat announced that the indie adventure Meg's Monsters will get a new DLC called Lost Memories on December 4th, 2025. The expansion adds a prequel story made up of 5 short episodes focused on different characters, taking about 5 hours total. Each story offers a look into the world's past: a fighter supporting his sick brother, a girl's unsettling birthday, a creature on a mission, a man reborn as a monster, and a lab-raised child. Developer Ryota said that the DLC has a more serious tone than the main game. Meg's Monster first launched in 2023 and stood out for its retro RPG feel and emotional story about an ogre protecting a human child whose tears could end the world. We actually have a review on Noisy Pixels, so check that out before the DLC. Next up, Level 5 shared official content creation guidelines for the release of Inazuma 11 Victory Road. The studio also released a full streamer kit with frames, overlays, and art assets for fans. The guidelines allow individuals and non-commercial groups to share gameplay footage and screenshots for personal use, including live streams. However, early content is actually limited to specific story chapters and nodes. Level 5 also emphasized spoiler warnings and asked creators not to post standalone cutscenes or in-game music. The game launches on November 13th for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, PS4, Switch, and PC. This is a very exciting game, so I'm sure these guidelines are pissing off a lot of fans waiting for this release, because I know there's a lot of Inazuma 11 fans out there in the West, and I'm excited that we're getting it, but let me know in the comments if you're planning on playing this release. PlayZone released a new horror game this week called Cling to Blindness. It's an auto-driven experience where you play entirely in the dark, relying on sound to explore a strange village filled with unseen threats. Developed by Lizardry, the game has no visuals, only sound and basic UI, which is why I wanted to highlight it today. You use your mouse to locate noises and navigate, and the idea is to make players listen closely instead of reacting to jump scares. It's fully accessible for visually impaired players and focuses on tension through atmosphere. It's available now on Steam for $5.99 and features English voice work from Anya Flores and Sonia Stevens. The game is a short experimental project, but we're giving it attention for its unique approach to horror. And now on to delays, which is never fun to talk about, but Terminator 2D No Fate has been delayed again, now launching on December 12th. Reef Entertainment said that the delay was caused by Final Physical Edition assembly taking longer than expected. The 2D action game lets players relive classic Terminator 2 moments while controlling Sarah Connor, the T-800, and John Connor. And also delayed this week, Unbeatable, the anime rhythm game from D-Cell Games and PlayStack, has also been delayed. The game was set to launch on November 6th, but is now set to launch on December 9th on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. The team cited a last-minute QA issue, which turned out to be a progression bug serious enough to halt release across all platforms. They said that they didn't want to ship a broken build or stagger launches, so everything's moving together. Unbeatable mixes rhythm gameplay with anime-style visual storytelling storytelling and exploration following a rebellious teen named Beat. The extra time should mean a smoother launch for next month, and we'll be there to cover it. And now let's get some visual novel news out of the way. 1000 Rika announced that the revision to the English translation of the Yuri visual novel Black Lily's Tale are now underway. The developer said that the prologue has already been updated and will work to continue on later parts of the story and terminology. The game follows two girls navigating friendships and tragedy as graduation approaches. During gameplay, players collect words to interrupt events and shape the outcome, making it a little more interactive than some visual novels. This English version actually launched in late October, but feedback about the translation's second half pushed the studio to rework it with the help of this trusted translator, 1000 Rika. They said that the updates will roll out every week or two to improve quality and accuracy. And lastly, Bushido Road released a new trailer for Dusk Index Gion, introducing Saki, one of the main characters. The trailer also came along a playable demo on Steam that gives players a glimpse of the mystery visual novel's story and tone. Saki is voiced by Yoko Hikasa and is described as Kyoto's most captivating geisha. Known for her intelligence and deep connection within the series, the full game launches on January 29th, 2026 for PC, PS5, Xbox Series, and Switch. And guys, that's it. That's the news. Sorry for being late. Thank you for forgiving me. Try to hit Friday, but next week is going to be crazy with releases. So thank you so much for sticking with us. Let me know in the comments what's going on. We'll talk about it. Bye.
Noisy Pixel.